Hey everyone, it's me, Fiona Jane, aka Dr. Hikaru. Just a reminder, I'm not a doctor. It's a screen name. I kept it online. I'm not going to be a doctor anytime soon, so that's my disclaimer. This is my installment on my endometriosis vlogs. I know it's been a while. I'm kind of a little behind. One segment I really want to do is about the Endo March that I did in March. It was a fantastic event that I really would like to elaborate on. Another segment I want to do is pre-op surgery, tips that you can have to help your surgery become a success for endometriosis if you're having a laparoscopic surgery. And another one I want to do is post-op, what it's like post-op and things you can ask your doctor prior to your post-op, because I've actually gotten requests for these videos from my endo sisters who are either going into surgery soon or just had surgery or want to help explain the process to those around them. I'm going to be a little childish. Nipple lamp. It might come in and out of the camera as I'm holding this on my cell phone. So the topic on today's session is going to be on post-operation emotional roller coaster wreck. Because that's how I often used to describe what it's like post-op. I have my tissue box ready. I have a feeling this is going to be a little more emotional than my other videos, just because that's how it is. So to catch you up, I had my second laparoscopic surgery. This one was actually an excision surgery on April 3rd. My first laparoscopic surgery, which was not excision, was on November 8th, 2012. So I had a little time in between surgeries. I told my best friends who were sticking around with me post-op or through my surgery process, that really the worst of me, my worst side would show post-op and not pre-op. And it would have to do with the tidal wave of emotions that would be circling through my system, which is, by the way, very normal. I've talked to different doctors about this, and other endo sisters, you are expected to have a tidal wave of emotions after your surgery. In this case, I'm 1 month post-op, and I am just, in the last week, I've really been getting that surge. My first surgery, immediately after, I went into quite a depressive state. I think it had to do with the first time I went into surgery, I was going to confirm if I had endometriosis or not, because the only way you can truly confirm it is doing a laparoscopic surgery. There's no blood test out there to confirm. You can have clinical symptoms, but the only way you really know for sure is for them to go inside, look, and find it. And they did my first surgery, so I was coming to terms that I had endometriosis. For those of you who are just tuning in, endometriosis is a gynecological disease. It is where the cells lining your uterus tend to flourish in other areas in your pelvic cavity, typically, and start binding itself around other organs. So the first time I had endometriosis, we removed some endometriosis from between my colon and my uterus and around my rectum. The second time I went in for surgery, I came up with quite a list of things wrong with me, and I moved to stage 3 endometriosis. They confirmed I have adenomyosis, and they also identified I have interstitial cystitis, IC. So I am a lucky girl. I have 3 chronic things wrong with me: endometriosis, adenomyosis or adenomyosis, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, adenomyosis, which is where it's actually in my uterus wall itself, and interstitial cystitis, which I'm just going to call, for the easy part, angry bladder, because it just feels like I have constant pressure there. I'll probably do more detailed topics on that as well, adenomyosis and adenomyosis and what that's like and the correct pronunciation of that, and interstitial cystitis and how they diagnosed me with that as well. So post-op, I dealt with a lot of emotions, like I said. It was real depressive coming to terms with that. This time, immediately after surgery, my first time, sorry, the second time I had surgery just recently, I didn't really get into any depressive states. My recovery was actually kind of quick in terms of how fast I was healing. And the emotions are now starting to run its course. So I was on a short-term disability leave for work from April 3rd to April 30th. I was just on medical leave. I returned to work in May 1st, and it's been kind of slow because I'm what you call on the bench right now, as I don't have a project assigned to me, as my surgery and my short-term disability leave did not come at an opportune moment. But as you probably know with endometriosis, or if you're watching this trying to learn more, there's no opportune time with it. It is a chronic disease. So I said I've had 2 surgeries. It comes back. I came back and I'm stage 3, so I expect if I have to go in for another surgery, I will be stage 4. It's not the most happy thought. And post-surgery, you're dealing with a lot of thoughts. Relief. Relief was Relief was a big one. A lot of people asked how I felt. Well, when you're living with chronic pain, it comes, like I said before, in tidal waves. So the good news is most of my severe chronic stabbing pain is gone because of the amount of excision surgery I had done on me. We removed endometriosis from above and below and behind my uterus. We removed my appendix because that was diseased as well. My surgeon also removed a wall that was building inside my uterus, trying to split it in half. I had 2 hernias, a bilateral hernia. I had one located on the right, above the right side of my uterus, and one located on the left side of my uterus. They ablated my bladder because it was inflamed and not happy because I have interstitial cystitis. And I'm trying to think. And I'm probably missing a thing or 2. I'll have an official... I'll go through my pathology and photos of what was done to me in my post-op surgery video. But this is all done to me, and the best thing, the first emotion I felt was relief. Relief that it wasn't in my head, that I had a right to be in pain. I was right to go look for surgery again. I was right that there was something wrong with me. There was something medically wrong with me, proven wrong with me. And I just wasn't complaining about pain that didn't exist. Or just complaining to complain. I wasn't having these hormonal episodes of up and downs and this horrible period just to complain. I mean, there was something wrong with me. There was something physically wrong with my insides, and the number one thing I felt was relief. I wasn't crazy. Because while I've been diagnosed with endometriosis, and confirmed endometriosis, I always wondered, like, maybe I just don't understand pain. Maybe there's more going on, or there's nothing going on. What if I had the biggest fear, and I swear all my endo sisters go through this too. What if they open me up and find nothing inside? Then what? What's wrong with me? So when I got this detailed list of things wrong with the inside of me, it was a moment of, aha, I was right. And a lot of people are probably like, well, of course you were right. That's why you had surgery. But you don't understand how it messes with your mind day in and day out. Watching my stomach bloat and these horrible things coming out of me during my period. Having all that removed was just relief, you know, relief, crazy. And I think that is kind of one of the big things that I have to remind myself now that it's out and I'm relatively pain-free, minus the soreness from where they removed stuff from me, which is to be expected because I had a pretty major operation done on me and a lot done inside, is I have to remember that. And when I get hit with waves of emotion, you know, I kind of think, well, you know, I had my first period. Yeah, that will be another topic too, your period after your surgery. What else is it like? So I go through this emotional roller coaster where most days I'm okay. And I think that those are the days I just want to continue on with my life and not feel like I have a chronic disease and feel along with the rest of my friends that I'm going to be better, that life isn't so bad, that everything's going to be better. And then I have to remind myself that that's nice thought. But endometriosis does not have a cure. I'm hoping with this excision surgery that I had done, I will go longer in terms of being pain-free, and hope that it doesn't come back and grow in places it wasn't before. Because the first time I had surgery, I was not stage 3. So I wrote on my Facebook what the wave of emotions was like, and how I'm continually writing it. And one of my friends, Rob, said, you know, it's almost like PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, in a way that you think about now you're going back to real life. And that's what I'm doing. I'm coming out of recovery. I'm out of recovery, although I'm still going to take a little bit to heal and relearn what I can and cannot do now that I'm relatively pain-free. But I would say the emotions are really here and there and everywhere. Sometimes I wonder if I'm going back into a post-op depression. I managed to avoid it for the most part the second time around. And trying to be self-critical and understand my wave of emotions. I know a big part of it has to do with I'm on the bench at work. I've been at this company for about 3 years and have not experienced being on the bench. And I know a big part of me wonders in 2 years again, am I going to find myself in a similar situation with work? Because endometriosis can come back. My first surgery, I took off 2 weeks from work. The second one, I followed my doctor's advice. They said I could take up to 6, and I went for 4, thinking if there were any complications, I could extend to 6. I had all 4. I needed all 4 weeks. I might have been up and running around and physical, but this last week, just trying to not take a nap in the middle of the day and make it through a whole day of working is a lot harder than what it seems. And most days I feel pretty good. And then there are some nights, like last night, where I'm just calling up my friend Cynthia and bawling and talking to some of my friends online and bawling and feeling incredibly stupid for bawling and crying and getting emotional. And I thought to myself, you know, I really should do a video about this because this is part of the recovery process, me getting emotional. I actually got into it with one of my best friends because he was talking about just how shitty I am some days. And I was like, yes, I am kind of bitchy during my recovery if it's not part of the pain. This was a few weeks right after my surgery, and we got into it. And he was like, I know other women with endometriosis, and none of them ever treated me as horribly as you're treating me. And I'm like, you know 2 or 3 other women with endometriosis. That's nice. How many do you think I know? And as I'm sitting here talking to my other good friend about it, she looks at me and she goes, we're going to get the worst end of it because we're your best friends. We're going to get the worst end of it because we're closest to you. And for the most part, I try to isolate myself or not being around anyone when I'm feeling particularly shitty or emotional or explosive, because it's hard. It's hard to be around people. And, you know, as I'm sitting there talking to my best friend about it, I'm like, I know I get sharp, and I know I'm not nice some days on my recovery because I'm either thinking about something or lost, and this is my time, and I don't really know how to put into words just how trapped in your own head you'll get, or the thought process we go through when we're just kind of suffering. But I was like, you're right. I am shitty to you. And you know what? Your friend that you knew for endometriosis that you took notes for in class, I promise you she's shitty too. She's just probably not shitty to you because you're not her best friend. And she's not going to show you the whole range of emotions that come when you struggle with this. And I'm like, you've never gotten those horrible phone calls in the middle of the night. You've never been there when I've just been sobbing uncontrollably, and now you're just starting to see a hint of the emotional turmoil I go through, and I'm sorry it's inconvenient for you, and I'm sorry I'm being a shitty friend right now, and I'm sorry, and I wish you could understand that I'm not doing this to be bitter, I'm not doing this to be angry, I'm doing this because you're my best friend, and you're supposed to be able to be there for me, and I warned you that this was gonna happen post-op, and don't you dare tell me I'm using my endometriosis as an excuse to be hurt. I'm like, do you think I want this? Do you think I like this? Do you think I like being emotional? It's not fun. And I've talked to enough doctors to know this is normal, that I am going through a normal phase of emotions right now, and I just hate the fact that you are making me feel like an evil person because I am trying to heal and recover, and I'm emotional, and it sucks, it just sucks. And that's what it feels like. And I couldn't believe that, you know, I was really having this conversation with my friend. It was supposed to be one of my bestest friends, and we were getting in a fight over that. And I was super thankful that my other good friend who was there for me was just like, it's okay, and be like that, let it out, don't hold it in. And I've had so many understanding people just tell me it's okay to not be okay. And this video is me not being okay, and letting any of my other endo sisters know that you will have moments like this. You will go through moments like this, whether you're in surgery or not. You're going to have these type of moments because endometriosis just fucks with your hormones and it fucks with your emotions. I'm sorry for language, but I have no other way to say it to people. That you have moments, and I'm doing pretty damn well these days. I'm pretty damn happy, but I still get these horrid emotions where I just don't know how to deal with myself. I just want to sit and cry or rage at the world for no particular reason, and that's okay. That is part of me getting over what just happened to me. And I'm not crazy. And it's not pretty. And as much as I like to be rainbows and glitters and sparkle, it's like I told my best friend, I'm like, what were you expecting out of me post-op? Were you just, yes, I'm pitchy. Yes, I'm angry. Yes, I'm emotional. Yes, I'm going to be all of these things and so much more over the next few weeks while I come to terms with what just happened to me. I come to terms with that I have a fucking disease that just sucks, and I'm in my second surgery for it. And I'm going to look at the better things of day. Most days I sit there and I think of all the things I'm thankful for, and I think of all the people who've helped me go through this, and how I'm getting through it with love, and how that healing is important. It is important. It is so important to have people who are just going to be there for you and not judge you and welcome you with open arms. And even if they're having a shitty day, they'll look at you and they'll just be like, I am here for you, and I'm present, and I'm going to be there for you. Just shut up, come over here and give me a hug. And I am so freaking blessed to have people like that in my life that just hold me and just tell me I'm gonna be okay, because I go through this rage of emotions and such a freaking roller coaster that I feel like I'm schizophrenic again, and I know I'm not, and I know I'm better, and I know I've got things taken out of me that shouldn't have been in me. And then I get days like this where you just get to hear me ranting and raving, so kind of in a controlled way, so you understand or can kind of see what I go through, because I've had a lot of people tell me these videos help them, whether they're Endo sisters and they feel like you're losing it like I am some days, or my friends and family. My sister-in-law told me, I really like the fact you do these videos. I like the fact you share this. I like the fact that you create awareness about what you're going through. And I feel like this is one way I cope and I battle with the disease is truly by sharing these moments. And they're not pretty all the time. Most of the time I'm thankful and I'm happy. And I'm not mad, and I'm not frustrated. Because this disease takes so much out of you. You just feel like you lose it. And I get exhausted after going through my little fits like that. I feel really lonely these days because I don't know. Sometimes you just feel like you lose it. And I've been raging on for about 20 minutes now, and I gotta get back to my training. I was just doing a short video. And this is the emotional roller coaster post-op, and I won't isolate it to post-op. Is with Endo, I truly feel like this a lot of the times. And I'm truly thankful for all the people who let me be like this, who let me know it's okay to not be okay, that I don't have to be rainbows and glitter and sunshine all day long, and the battle I have is real. And just because I had surgery doesn't mean the world is it's the end. It is the beginning again of my next battle with endometriosis, because like I said, the next time I go in, it's going to be stage 4. And hopefully I won't get that way. Hopefully with excision surgery, my chances of being in a pain-free state are going to be better. But thank you so much for listening. I know it's a longer video to watch. And to all of those who stand by our side, and everybody who just offers me their support, I am truly thankful. I am blessed to have the network I have. I am blessed to have the people who just kind of look at me and go, oh my God, give me a hug. And if you see me anytime soon, please just give me a fucking hug, because I could really use it. And remind me that it's okay for me not to be okay all the time, that I don't have to be rainbows and sunshine when I'm feeling gloomy. And it is a good thing to let go of these emotions when they come and not bottle them inside, because bottling them inside is so much scarier. And it's okay. I'm gonna be okay. I'm on a roller coaster. And I'm still coming to terms with all that they found wrong with me inside because of endometriosis and adenomyosis and interstitial cystitis. But happy Cinco de Mayo. Happy day. Thanks for watching and listening. I'm just going to upload this. Yeah. Thanks again, guys. Hang in there. My Endo sisters, I hope your days are filled with love and healing. And I'm always here. Like I said, I got videos topics that I need to talk about. If you have any questions or anything you'd like me to talk about, comment, message, text, direct message, however you want to get a hold of me, email me. Alright, this is me and all my tissue signing out. Nipple lamp. Bye.